Welcome to Network Marketing Pro. My name is Eric Worre, and today I want to talk about something a little bit different, which is your emotional mastery. Mastering your emotions. And people ask me sometimes, it's like, are emotions important for an entrepreneur? Managing emotions, is that important? Seems like it would be all discipline and hard work. Well, guess what will cause you to stay disciplined and will cause you to do the hard work is mastering your emotions. Trying to figure out the triggers that cause you to act or cause you to freeze. And one of the most interesting concepts, and I learned this from Tony Robbins. He and I were talking this last year several times about this concept. It's so interesting. And that is, what is your default emotion? In other words, when poked, when prodded, when bored, when either stimulated or not stimulated, what emotion is your go-to emotion? Now, for some people, it's stress. Entrepreneurs, a lot of entrepreneurs like to, I'm stressed out. I'm just stressed right now. That's their go-to emotion. They go into their mind, and that's what they go to as a default. That's their neutral. Okay? Some people use worry to worry about something that might happen, worry about what somebody else might think, worry about some circumstance outside of their control, worry about what's going on with their comp plan, or worry about what's happening with the product, or worrying about what's going on with the international expansion, or worrying about decisions the team is making or the company is making, or worrying about an event that's coming up or something. That's their default emotion. Some people, it's to fight. Their default emotion is anger. They want to fight. They're looking for an enemy all the time. That's their default emotion. Okay? So we all have a choice, and we all have to decide what is the default emotion that's going to serve us, and is the current one that we have the one that's serving us the most? Because if it's on the negative side, stress, frustration, doubt, worry, anger, all of those, which many entrepreneurs have, if our default is there inside of that space, it's like putting a limiter on our potential. When we're in that space, do you think we are attracting people to us, or do you think are we maybe pushing some people away? Are we making people want to be around us a lot, or are we maybe only attracting other angry people or other stressed out people that we can relate to? So there's a choice. There's another range of emotions. Now, that doesn't mean you can't bounce into stress, which is just fear. You can't bounce into anger or defending somebody or something. You can't bounce into frustration or worry or doubt. But what's the default? Where do you go back to? What's center? What is neutral for you? And for me, it was an interesting exercise to kind of go through this. It's like, wow. Because when I was talking with Tony about it, he was saying that he has so much going on in his life that it's very easy for stress to become his default emotion. So he finally realized that, no, that's a choice. I could choose to look at something, anything part of my life and get stressed about it. But my default emotion, could I replace that default emotion for passion, for joy, for happiness, for gratitude? Those default emotions. What if your default emotion was gratitude all the time? What if it was joy all the time? Now, you might get pushed and get stressed out for a minute, but you come back to joy. You come back to gratitude. You come back to happiness, right? You come back to passion. And there's a difference between passion and anger. If it's anger, that's going to repel a lot of people. If it's passion, it's going to attract tons of people into your life, into your world. So I want you to think about what your default emotion is. Maybe even write down, what is the emotion that you go to most when poked, when something doesn't go perfect, when something unexpected happens, when stressed? What is your default emotion? Where do you go to there? Okay? And just decide that on the other side of that coin, instead of expectation and anxiety, it can be appreciation and gratitude. Instead of anger, it could be passion. Instead of worry and doubt, it can be joy and peace. That it's all going to be fine. So we control this. We might not be able to control the pain, and we talk about this at GoPro Recruiting Mastery. We'll talk about this more and more. We might not be able to control physical pain or mental, emotional pain, but we can choose suffering. That's a choice. The pain might not be a choice, but our emotional state is a choice. The one thing that Tony told me that just knocked me down is he and I both go up on stage and we give a lot of energy, and we're very enthusiastic, we're very energetic. And then for me, when I get off the stage, I throttle back a bit, I reset my batteries. So my stage energy is not my default. It's an exception. So he told me, he said, Eric, the biggest change happened in his life. He said to me when we were doing an interview this last year, he said, Eric, the biggest change happened to me in my life this last year was I decided to take the guy that's on stage, I decided to take him home with me. And that was going to be my new default. And I went, wow, okay, that's something completely different. Think about you in your best energetic state, your most attractive, your most outgoing, your most vibrant state possible. Think about taking that person home with you. Think about that being your new normal. Think about that being kind of every day. And the other negative stuff is just kind of here and there. It just comes and it goes. But you have a different default state. Control that default state, you start to take control of your life. Hope I gave you something to think about today. It will help you, I promise. It's already helped me, helped Tony, is helping countless others that are listening to this. It can help you too. Ladies and gentlemen, my wish for you, as always, is that you decide to become a network marketing professional. You decide to go pro. You decide to control and own your emotions, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. And if we get better, we can attract the entire world. We just have to get out there, as always, and go tell the world in a joyful, energetic, positive, passionate state. Who wouldn't want to be part of that? Everybody have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, my name is Eric Worre, and if you're involved in the network marketing profession, I want to invite you to come to the Network Marketing Pro YouTube channel. Every week, we put out content on how you can become a network marketing professional. We have tips, ideas, strategies, interviews with million-dollar earners in the profession, interviews with global icons like Tony Robbins or Sir Richard Branson, lots of different things that we provide. They're absolutely free. Do yourself a favor, click on the link, subscribe to the YouTube channel, tell your friends to do the same, and I can't wait to see you there.